Okay, now let me get into another system. Let's go into a higher level of how do you use this distiller. And let me give you some ideas. This is probably one of the more important things to share with you. Once you understand the concept of this, and that's why when you first buy it from us, I want you to put it over your stove, put it over something that you can control, so you actually see that it works, and so you actually see the attention that it's going to take on your part to do it. And therefore, if you're going camping, if you're going anywhere where you might be concerned about the water, you'll have a familiarity with it, so you can use it to your best advantage. Now, once you understand what I shared with you about the water coming on up, steam coming up, condensing, and coming up through here, now you have a lot of variables. How do you get more out of it? And let me just give you a couple of ideas. How are you going to reach that 14 to 16 gallons per day? Well, this is heating on up. Remember, we put water in here. It's going through here. This is getting heated up now because the steam is coming up. This water is hot. Steam is coming out on the sides. So we need to change this. So what you do is change this, pull this water on out, put it in another tank, because a reserve tank or a trash can or something else that's going to hold it in an emergency situation. And that's warm water. Now you put, if you want to, at that particular point in time, you get the water that's down here. You leave the water that's down here. You can put this back up here, and it's colder, and the steam will come back up, and you'll get higher production. So the colder you keep this up here, the greater production you're going to get. Now, this is the concept I want you to kind of take a look at and grasp. In Minnesota, it gets very, very cold in the wintertime, and our homes have a little humidity in them, and what can happen a lot of times is all of a sudden you'll go to your window pane and you'll see water dripping right down your window pane. That's condensation. That's really a form of distillation. It's called vapor distilled, because it's a vapor that's going on up. It's warmer air with moisture in it. It's hitting that window pane. It's so cold there that it's turning into distilled water. It's actually vapor distilled water instead of steam distilled. But I drink that water any day because it's very close to steam distilled water. So what am I saying? Temperature differential is what you're looking for. If you can put snow up here instead of cold water, or something that's really cold up here, then the heat source that you use doesn't have to be as high. Does that make sense? Because I just shared with you what happens. In fact, in a room in Minnesota, the heat source is maybe 70 or 72 degrees. It's only 70, 72 degrees, and we're getting vapor distilled water. So you apply this to this in an emergency situation, and you're going to get more and more water. Remember, this is heating on up. Now I need to change this and fill this back up. This water is hot. I'm putting it over here. I'm dumping that in here. Now I'm going to get this water. I'm going to get this and fill it up with the water that's already pre-warmed, right? Because I have a pre-warmed tank over here. So I put the pre-warmed water in the bottom container. I put the cold water up here, and now I have a great advantage because the water is already preheated. Isn't that great? Now I could go on and on about how to do this, but let me give you one example, and I have to share these with you because this is really what you need to know and start thinking about when you see this distiller. How do I use less energy to get distilled water? Go back to what I showed you. The example was what they do and what can happen in Minnesota. It's vapor distilled. Okay, now we've got this. I've got this pan over here. It's been warmed up. It's warmed up. Maybe I have some pre-warmed water. And by the way, that pre-warmed water, if I were you and I had a trash can, I'd put it in that trash can. That pre-warmed water is going to be pretty hot. So if you don't use it to make more distilled water, it's like a radiator for you. So you bring it into your tent or your small room, and it's going to radiate the heat. So it is really neat once you understand that concept, because you're really utilizing the energy down here, you're utilizing the energy up here, and you're teaming them together to get much higher productivity. But going back to just one more idea that I'm going to give you in reference to survival and emergency use. Okay, now I have this pot down here. It's already pre-warmed. It's already warmed. Maybe I use the pre-warmed water. And what you get is, a lot of times you'll find these little cake stands or maybe a grill. And a grill will be up here and they'll have legs to them, okay? So think of a grill with some legs to them. There's some pie stands like that too. So it's got to be sturdy enough, and if it's not sturdy enough, find a smaller boiling container or put less water in here because you're not going to produce that much at all. But you're going to do this. You're going to have warm water in here. You're going to have your distiller up here. You're going to have this elevated tray underneath it. You know what you're going to do with that elevated tray? The candlelight that you might be using, because you'll need to use some candlelight in emergency situations at night. You get that candlelight and you put it right up underneath here because you have that elevated stand. So now you have candlelight that's lighting up your room because you need it to be done. And now with that candlelight, because you're thinking of temperature differential, you've got some ice or snow out there. So with your candlelight, now you're getting vapor distilled water, which will be coming through here. That's really efficient. That's really important that you just grasp that simple concept, because if you grasp that simple concept, you're going to be getting tons and tons of great, healthy water in an emergency situation where your life depends on it, whether you're in a jungle, whether you're in the desert, or whether you're by the sea. So this is invaluable. I take it with me anywhere I go. It's a SurvivalStill, and it's named appropriately, and we're proud of it. Remember, it's made in the USA. None is structured this strongly. None have a lifetime guarantee. Check them on out. You'll see that this is the one that you need and you should get. We're waterdistillers.com, and thanks for spending this time with us.